a disaster for people to wake up. Like we needed 9/11 for people
let's
to
start organizing.
sort of question.
Yeah, okay.
What do you guys think about that?
Do people need some sort of tragic catastrophic event to shake them out of their sleep? Is that the question?
That's a good question.
Like 35,000 kids dying every day of hunger?
That's occurring right now. Never mind September 11th. It was occurring before and it was occurring after. And just because it's not in the States, it's not this perpetual news story. It's just absolutely ridiculous in that sense. I think it doesn't have to be a disaster. I think that I get motivated by inspirational stories. People who are doing something to make this world a better place. And I think that when we watch people and we see the way they're living their life, we're so inspired. We're like, what's your secret? I want to know what you're doing, kind of thing. I want to change my life that way. I think that it's up to us how we choose to wake up. And I think that that's why a lot of us have awakened. I mean, I'm not saying we're definitely, it's not about higher dimension or better than anyone. It's just we awoke a little earlier than others just to know the process and the phases, so that when many people awaken, we're going to walk them through the process. But I think the whole purpose of the Illuminati, creating HARP to create natural disasters like the earthquake in China and Haiti, because they created the earthquake in China because they were not, are you guys familiar with the Illuminati and things like that? I just don't want to make sure I'm talking about something that you guys like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all know about that? Okay. So they created that so that because the people of China were not abiding with their agenda. So they're like, well, fine, we'll just make a big earthquake for you guys, whatever. But it's almost like the Illuminati is the shit, is the darkness and that is needed for us to go into our potential. But I mean, how much of it do we need? Like, we can go to our potential now, right? So what do we need to do in this world? Because there's so much potential here. That's just what it comes down to.
They want us to stay asleep.
Do they? Or do they? If they wanted us to stay asleep, don't you think they would be a lot more clever with media, not making it so obvious and not such a joke?
The whole education system is designed to sleep. I mean, the indoctrination for years and years.
But it's so obvious now.
So
And more and more people are waking, like they're making it so ridiculous and so stupid to the point that people are being like, wait a second, what the heck's going on here?
that's why people keep on thinking that they're almighty and all powerful, but in reality they're walking the tightrope, and
Yeah, they're walking the tightrope.
and they're losing it, and they're like a wet cat that's trying to crawl up a wall and scraping its fingernails.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're scraping it. Everybody starts noticing it. So
Actually,
screaming.
you answered your own question.
That's well.
Did you catch that?
Yes, I did, but
Yeah.
I wanted you guys to share your own answers first before I added mine, so that it would, a hologram. You have to look at it various different perspectives in order to get the whole picture, right? So I wasn't just interested in my answer. I knew my answer. I wanted to know your guys' answer.
So do we need global catastrophe for people to wake up?
Well, this is what I wanted to. Actually, I had an idea of. It's just like sleeping. So everyone's sleeping on a different level, and some people need to be shaken, stronger to be woken up from a deep sleep. But other people are just like lightly sleeping, so they're really close to understanding and connecting with truth, or more.
I was
truthful reality.
heavily sleeping. I remember, and I'm so grateful that I was sleeping because I really understand the sleepers now. And I really just think of it as every flower is going to bloom sooner or later.
In their own rate.
In their own time, but I think we can help with the environment. Do they need more rain for elasticity? Do they need more sun and unconditional kindness and love and
Yeah, treat them like plants.
yeah, exactly. All these kind of things to provide the right environment in order for it to bloom for our children, so they don't close down and get too afraid.